Life is a mirror, so it won't smile until you smile at it. The thing is, a lot of people get confused. They think that, okay, I just can be the way that I am right now and then I can expect change to happen. But I'm here to tell you that change isn't going to happen. Change doesn't happen until you change because you are reality. A lot of people think, okay, I create reality. But that's wrong because you are reality. There is no separation between who you are, your identity, and your reality. They are synonymous. So you need to be very careful about who you identify as. This is something that I have been delving into recently because if you know me, you probably know that I am very much so a big nerd. I love reading any book on spirituality, self-development, psychology, quantum physics, you name it. I like it. I read it. So, if you have any book recommendations, please do put them in the comments below. And likewise, if you would like any book recommendations for any sort of healing that you'd like to go through or anything, I will give you the best recommendations. I can guarantee that. I've been reading Parallel Universes of Self by Frederick Dodson. And this is a book that was recommended by Nero Knowledge on YouTube. Love him. He gave his book list like recommendations and I just quickly went on it, screenshotted it and downloaded them and started reading them because that man has a lot of knowledge. So if you haven't seen him, please check him out. Parallel realities, what are they? Well, first of all, I'd like to explain that life is not the way that we think it is. People think that life is just this, what we see, right? This 3D world of like, okay, I wake up, I brush my teeth, I shower, I eat, I go to work, I come back, eat, sleep, shit, repeat, you know? Sort of kind of vibe going on. But it's not. There's so much more to life. And what you don't understand is that you are the cause of everything. I have mentioned this in other videos, for example, one called You Are the Problem. I really want to place an emphasis on the fact that it is you that creates your reality. Not just creates your reality. Let me take that back. You are reality. So everything that's happening in your life, everything that has ever happened, any people that you've ever met in your life, any experiences that you've had, any events that have taken place, you were one with them. So don't think, oh, some people can think, I'm such a good person. How could this happen to me? This is giving away your power. This is saying that someone out there is coming at me and they're cursing me and they're sending bad energy towards me. Nazar, you're not evil eye or something like that. Like, people can do that. What it does is it prevents you from taking accountability and responsibility. And that is not what we do on this channel. We take accountability and we take responsibility. Because by doing that, we understand that we can manipulate our reality to the way that we want it. And I want that for you. I want everybody to be happy, to be fulfilled, to be abundant, to be joyful, to have everything that they want because you deserve it, you can have it, and a version of you that has that already exists. So infinity is everything, right? Infinity is consciousness. Infinity has always existed and it will continue to exist. This means that anything that you want or can imagine or has happened has already existed. It has always existed. So, yes, your body may die, but your soul will continue to live on. There we go. Look, I've just solved so many people's problems in the world because they're all so scared about, I'm gonna die, I'm gonna disappear forever. I don't know what's gonna happen after death. You know, like, this is the thing, this concept right here, I digress, but we'll go with it anyway, is the thing that keeps so many people in shackles. Reality exists right now. Everything exists right now. The past, the present, the future all exist right now. And this isn't just something I'm making up, okay? This is something that you can go Google. So I would really advise that. I would say, whenever someone teaches you something, look it up, read books, search, allow your curiosity to lead you to where it may lead you, because you never know where it may lead you. Parallel realities are like TV programs or radio stations. All radio stations exist simultaneously at the same time, right? I can just turn the frequency. Okay, I know Capital is like 102.2 FM. So if I turn the frequency just a little bit, I'm not sure what comes next, maybe capital extra, but you see what I'm saying. Capital is on, it's broadcasting, but then capital extra is also broadcasting at the same time. I just can't hear them all at the same time, and I can't see them at all the same time. I mean, you can't see radio anyway, let's say TV for that example. But it doesn't mean it's not being broadcasted. It doesn't mean that the program hasn't been created. It has. But you just need to switch the frequency. Ties it in with infinity. Because just like all the radio stations and all the TV programs already exist, all the versions of you exist. There is a version of you with one ear. There's a version of you with pink hair, with blue hair, with yellow hair, with red hair, with no hair, with like a tiny ponytail and not like bowled around, and a mohawk and really long hair. And I don't know why I'm just talking about hair. There are so many different versions of you. I can't even go into them because they're literally infinite. Okay? So there is a version of you that has everything that she wants. She has the job that she wants, she has a career that she wants, she has a friend group that she wants, she has the relationships that she wants, she has the finances that she wants, she has the living style that she wants. She has everything. She already exists, which means you don't have to create her, because we can't create anything like that. You just synchronize and align with who you want to be, with that certain reality, with the vibration of that reality. Let me give you an example. So, there was another book that I was reading, surprise, surprise, that was saying, it was a money book. It was saying that there was an experiment done. They gave money to people in poverty, okay? They gave money to people in poverty to see what would happen. And these people were still in poverty. Why is this? It's because their mindset and their identity is attuned to poverty. They are at that vibration. They only match poverty, right? So they can only attract poverty. So it doesn't matter how much money I give them, you give them, other people give them, they will still always be poor. The same with lottery ticket winners. They win and they usually end up maybe more broke than they were before, okay? That tends to happen sometimes. But usually broke. They go back to where they feel comfortable, to where their current identity feels comfortable, where it aligns for them. So what am I trying to say? What I'm trying to say is life gives you who you are. Life meets you where you are at. Life doesn't give you what you want. It gives you what you are. You need to remember this, because when it comes to manifesting, well-being is a prerequisite. It's not, oh, okay, I'll be better when I have this and I have this and I have this. No, it's I'm going to focus on my well-being, on my happiness, on my joy right now. So many people delay their happiness, right? Oh, when I'm rich, when I have this car, when I have this house, when I look this way, when I'm like 5 inches taller. You see what I'm trying to say? They are putting their happiness outside of them. They're giving it away. They're like, okay, I don't want it. I'm not going to be in control of it. I'm just going to give it away to external circumstances. These people will always be separate from what they want because it's here and they're here. But when you begin to embody and live as the person that you want to be, as the person who feels the way that you want to feel, then you will attract it into your life with ease. You won't have to go out and make moves and build things and do things. It will naturally just be attracted to you. Just like when you switch the channel from ITV to Channel 4 because now you want to watch some movies or something, okay? Just like that. You switch it and boom, it will manifest. Just like everything has already been manifesting in your life. I keep going on about it, but I want it to be drilled into your mind that you have created everything. Stop blaming things, okay? Stop judging things. Take responsibility. Okay, I did this. Okay, so what can I shift? What do I not like about my current reality right now? So what does this say about my identity? Who am I identifying as? Because there are different levels of reality creation. The first level of reality creation is behavior and action. The second one is emotions and feelings. Level 3 is beliefs and thoughts. Level 4 is your reality model and core beliefs. Level 5 is your identity. So it works from level 5 up. So identity is everything, okay? And then it goes to your core beliefs. And then it goes to your thoughts. and then it goes to your emotions and feelings, and then it goes to behavior. Most people try to create change through changing their behavior. I did this. You don't understand how mind-blowing this was for me. Oh my god. My cats are just so cute. Sorry, my cats are like playing they're like playing around outside and like play fighting and stuff. It's just so cute. Ah! We've discussed this in the other video, You Are the Problem. If you haven't seen it, do watch it. I explain in there how people try to create change on the physical plane, okay? Behavior and action is the physical plane. You can't do much there. This is why you will probably make New Year's resolutions when it comes to 2025, right? We're so close. And then you'll say, I'm going to start going to the gym now. I'm going to be fit, okay? I'm going to start journaling. I'm going to start meditating. I'm going to start doing some yoga. And then what happens? January 2nd comes and you're like, who said that? I didn't say that. Like, we are not doing that. Why? It's because we are habitual creatures, okay? There's a programming that we have fitted, which is determined by our identity, and then it just runs. So you changing your actions and just being, consciously deciding like, oh, okay, I just want to start doing more of this right now is not going to happen. This is why so many New Year's resolutions fall through. They fall through because this person isn't changing their core beliefs, their feelings, their emotions, but most importantly, their identity. I started my self-development journey about 4 or 5 years ago now. And it happened during COVID. It was a really low point in my life. I was depressed. I was anxious. I used to have suicidal thoughts. And I genuinely just thought life couldn't get any better. I used to go see a counselor from university and I used to tell her, this happened, this happened, this happened, this happened, this happened. And then I would just feel so much worse when I would go home. And I genuinely didn't see things getting any better. I didn't look forward to anything. I was stuck in this negative cycle, this negative loop that just kept going around and around and around. And there was no way out until there was a way out. Until I started educating myself and learning more about life. It wasn't even necessarily to do with healing. It was just about inner earth and how there are civilizations in inner earth. Comment if you know anything about that and we can discuss more about that. But what this moment did for me was it expanded my mind. It broke through all of the barriers in my mind and it made me realize, hang on a second, life, I think there's a little bit more to life than what I have been told, than what I have been believing. So then I started to just learn more things. I learned about Atlantis, about aliens, channeling, other civilizations, about consciousness, about quantum physics. And I just did not stop. So I started learning all these things. I started implementing changes in my behavior, okay? And slowly the things I was feeling also. But what I realized was that there was kind of like a plateau that I hit, okay? There was like a glass ceiling. And I couldn't really go higher anymore because I was still functioning from that old identity of Priya of I'm insecure. I am unworthy. I have to prove my worth to people. I have to do more. I'm not worthy of being listened to. I had this incessant need to be chosen by men, especially men. My relationships were not improving as much as I'd wanted them to. Like a little bit, of course. But how is it only just hit me now? But you know what? It's better late than never. And even for you, right? Because I realized those were the extents I could take that old identity to. That old Priya, I could only take her so far. And you cannot create another identity. You cannot manifest a new reality by holding on to that old identity. I was holding on to the old Priya. The old Priya who just had a negative mindset, who limited herself, who had so much self-doubt, who was so self-critical. How can I make her grow? There's only so much I can do for her. What I realized was that for me to live in a completely different reality, I needed to shift my identity. I needed to shift my core beliefs. Because as soon as you shift your identity, you shift everything. Let me give you an example of identity. I could say that I am someone who's bad at maths, okay? I've been saying it my whole life. I am bad at maths. I'm bad at maths. Oh my God, I suck at maths. Oh my God, I'm so dumb. I suck at maths. Ah! And then there comes a really important maths test. and I have to pass because there's a career that I want and I have to pass this test. So I'm revising, I'm getting the best tutors, I'm getting literally world-class tutors, I'm putting in all the hours, but it's not working for me. Why? It's because my identity says that it never will, because I'm not good at maths. So how can I expect my reality to reflect anything different? Because I am reality. I can't create a new reality if I am reality. You see, there's no separation. But as soon as I change who I identify as and change it to, I'm good at maths. In fact, I'm a genius. I'm the best at maths. You watch me. I won't even need anybody, okay? Like that, I'll be acing it. I'll get a scholarship, okay? I'll be the best. I mean, it kind of reminds me of a story of, was it Albert Einstein or it was someone, or Leonardo da Vinci? It was one of them, where they were in school when they were a kid, and maybe it was Da Vinci. It was Da Vinci. Da Vinci was in school, and he got invited, like his mom got invited in for a meeting, and they told his mom that he was going to be kicked out of school because he wasn't smart enough, right? She didn't tell him that. She went home and she said, look, darling, you are too smart to be there. That's why you can't go there anymore. And look at who he became, because he took that as part of his identity. He was like, oh my God, yeah, it's like, look at me go. I'm too smart to be going to this school. And look at him. He's world renowned. Why? Because he didn't identify with someone who was too dumb. Can you imagine if she had told him, they kicked you out because you're not smart? We wouldn't even have him. He wouldn't exist. All the changes, all his contributions into this world wouldn't exist. Now, I want you to think the same about yourself. If you stopped identifying as this limited version of yourself, where you don't feel good enough, where you feel insignificant, because I know you do, because I know you're probably not pushing yourself as much as you can. You're not expressing your full potential as a human being that you can. If you can just change your identity and tell yourself, I can do anything, I believe in myself, can you just imagine the kind of contribution that you can have in this world that will resonate through time? Leonardo da Vinci's contribution resonates, and it will continue to resonate through time, through this life, through eternity. And you can have the same impact. How can you not have the same impact? He's not special. He was literally kicked out of school because they didn't think he was smart enough, and he was an absolute genius. Can we just give that a minute? Like, let's just soak that in, because that's crazy. You change your identity, you literally change your reality. It is that simple. I actually created a freebie guide on how you can do this. It's an identity shifting guide, and I will link it below. Please check it out. Please do something for yourself. Like, do this act of self-love. Transform yourself into the most expansive, the most abundant, the most joyous, the most peaceful version of yourself. It is available to you. She exists. She's here. I want to talk about desire, because desire links into this. So, if you have any desires, these are actually spillovers from different realities of versions of you who already have this. So any desire that you have it for a reason. It is sacred. Don't just brush them off like, oh yeah, I've always wanted to be an actress, but I'll just stick to my 9 to 5. Why would you do that? It's there for a reason. Everything is there for a reason. What desires mean? There are 2 things that desires can tell you. The first thing is desires tell you that you are separate from the thing that you want, right? There's a separation. You're here, your desire's there, you haven't united yet. The second thing it tells you is that your desired reality, the desire that you have, is nearby. It's in one of the timelines next to you. It's like capital is 102.2. Let's say capital extra is 102.5 or 3. Okay, let's just say 3. Why not 3? That's how close you are to your desires. That's how small the shift has to be. And you get it like that. It doesn't have to be hard. It really doesn't have to be hard. It is very simple. When you understand that life is energetic, live like a conscious being. We have consciousness, okay? We have this thing called self-awareness. This is the thing that allowed our ancestors to evolve from being like Neanderthals to being conscious Homo erectus, Homo sapiens. Okay, so we can take that a step further. You can stop reacting and interacting with your reality. What you need to do is live as if you already have it. You can only have what belongs to you. If you already claim it in your mind, in your identity, like, I don't need to visualize and affirm, and do these things all day, every day. I already have it. I am that person. It will manifest for you with ease. The way to do this is you will do a meditation, okay? You will do a 0 point meditation. What is this? This is where you go into a meditative state and you connect with nothingness, because you are nothingness. You are everything and nothing. It's kind of cool. I mean, it's pretty cool. Very, very cool. But what happens in meditation is it gets to a point where you are just being. There's sounds around you, but you kind of lose sense of self. There's no Priya that exists anymore, okay? There's no Priya that's Indian, that's a woman, that's this age, who likes this and this and this. No, there's just silence. One thing I realized was that people who love silence love peace. They understand what peace is. And meditation is about peace. It's about silence. It's about just melting into nothingness. I like to kind of just melt into like darkness. But because life is darkness and like a void, you go into that state, okay? Then once you have relaxed and you've slowed down your breathing, what you need to do is, first of all, think about like the intention that you want, okay? Like who you want to, like what reality you want to bring into existence. You've already thought about that. Then you do the meditation, you calm down, get to the point of 0 point where you are fully relaxed. Then what you do is you think about your desire, okay? So now you're not going to be visualizing. There's no effort involved in this. What will happen is that your desire and your intention will come in front of you or materialize in your mind, okay? And you are not doing this, like I said, with effort. It may be different to what you wanted it to be or what you pictured or thought it would be. That's okay. I want you to just look at her. Look at her as if she's right there in front of you, okay? Take in all the richness, all the color, all the details. Then I want you to look at the world as her. Your eyes are still closed, but you're feeling her. You're in her body. You are embodying her. You feel what it feels like to feel her. You feel the joy, the ease, the peace, the abundance that comes with that. And then, like, you want to be tactful as well. Like, how does it feel like in your hands, in your body, in your heart to be her? What kind of things will you be touching? You want to make it a very intense sensory experience. And once you've done that, just bask in it, okay? A smile will come to your face, because why wouldn't you be happy? You're living your desired reality. And then you just let it go. Let it go. Forget you ever did it. Don't affirm, don't visualize, don't do anything. Just know it is done. Period. And like that, it'll come. How does this work? It's because you are not chasing it. Why would you visualize and affirm it, right? And think about it if it's already done? Like, I'm breathing at all times, right? I'm not saying I'm breathing, right? Like, why do you need to affirm it if it's already done? You just go on about living your day, following your intuition, doing what you need to do, and before you know it, it will materialize in front of you. I really hope you enjoyed this video, because I really enjoyed making it. And if you want me to make any more videos about this topic, I'm more than happy to. I really hope it helped. If there are any questions, put them in the comments down below. If you have any other topics that you would like me to discuss and talk about, then I'm also open to that. Put them in the comments below. And don't forget the book recommendations. Give them to me. Give me your best ones. And like I said, if you need any, I'm your girl. Hope you have the best day ever, my love. Take care. I love you.